सो जब हम धर्मा की बात करते हैं आज के वर्ल्ड में या कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड में ये इतना इम्पोर्टेंट क्यों है?
See, when you talk about Dharma, what is Dharma? It's all about doing what is right at that specific situation, right? Is what I want to understand by what Dharma is. Now, if you look at from a current world right now, who's really doing it right?
Arjun, he practiced his skills to the next level. So in today's world, how should we identify our own skill and keep on practicing it?
Arjuna is totally different from all the five brothers, right? So you can't zone him to one. He is selected by Lord Krishna himself to do what he's supposed to do. Even though however best you are, there'll be always someone better, which is was Karna. So, but Karna couldn't get the God grace because of which he lost the battle. But on the other hand, or many people ask me, why Karna was much more strong. Now, who's the guru of Karna? Parashuram is avatar of Mahavishnu. So, he was trained by God. If you really look at it. Arjuna was trained by a guru. So, technically, you cannot beat Karna because when any war is fought by a disciple, the guru's energy also comes.
So there's one thing that, as you said, Arjun had Krishna with him, who guided him. So in today's generation, how do we find a right guide for us when there are so many?
You be a good student, the guru will come to you. Rather than in going in search of gurus, right? Have your ethics right, as you started. Have your values right. Have your God belief right. God will send the guru.
As you said about Ravana, he is celebrated in Sri Lanka. मतलब उनको भगवान माना जाता है. And India में उसको villain माना जाता है. So it's a way you look at it. And Ravana को भी शिव भगवान का आशीर्वाद था, सब जाके उनको इतनी power मिली थी.
Shiva creates Ravana, right? Because Ravana's greatest bhakt. So creates and creates a lot of negativity. Now why Ravana is creating all the negativities? Because these gods have got a lot of ego.
Right.
You will see, at the end of the day, it's all a fight between Devas and Asuras. If Ravana was not there, would you get Ram? What did Krishna tell in Gita? That I am everything. In the good also I am there, in the bad also I am there. So Ravana is also Krishna, no?
Today's episode is going to be very interesting because it is with someone who has transformed and impacted 60,000 lives and has conducted over 225 sessions for free. Welcome to the Manav Show, Deek.
Thank you, Manav, for this opportunity, and it's an honor to be in your show.
Thank you so much. And today we are going to talk about something that's very different, and it's going to be a very different podcast where we are going to compare 5 Pandavas and their traits to how we can apply their traits to our business opportunities and our entrepreneurship.
That's nice.
So let's start with the first Pandava, that is Yudhishthir.
Okay.
He is known as the prince. He is known as Dharma, ethics. When we talk about Yudhishthir, तो वो सारी चीजें आ जाती है. So जब हम धर्मा की बात करते हैं आज के वर्ल्ड में या कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड में ये इतना इम्पोर्टेंट क्यों है?
See, when you talk about Dharma, what is Dharma? It is righteousness. That's what most people say. But when you look at the Sanskrit word, sometimes there won't be an exact meaning to it. But it's all about doing what is right at that specific situation. Right? Is what I want to understand by what Dharma is. Now, if you look at from a current world right now, who's really doing it right? Right? We are all having a personal intention. We are all having a personal, selfish intention with everything what we do.
Right.
So when you're generally going with anything selfish, Dharma will step aside. Right? Because their fairness is not there. There only my gain is there. So when my gain is figured out, when my gain is thought up completely about, you can't do Dharma. Dharma comes what? Even though if I am wrong, I will say I'm wrong. Who does that nowadays? Right? Now, the other concept of Dharma, if you really look at it, is seeing it, for example, a soft drink. You drink soft drink?
Yeah.
Good for health, bad for health.
Bad for health.
And still you drink.
Right.
And then you pray God, God give me good health.
Right.
So if you look at that scenario, you know what your Dharma is, which is the righteous action which you should take. And you know it is wrong. And still you go do it. Where Dharma is there? So if you naturally see everyone is doing willingly what they are doing, no, it's wrong, and they still go and do it. यार गलत करके भी जिंदगी ठीक ठाक चलना है. Where is Dharma? Everyone talks, I do everything right, but when I talk about soft drink example only, based on. So if you really naturally see now any action you're taking, right? Everyone knows what's right, but are they doing it? No. But people talk, people give speech, people say that I am right. So when you, now other thing about Dharma, anything what you overdo, right, is also not Dharma. Over love, over care, over attachment, over anger. Whenever you overdo anything, is never credited by God or universe. So whenever it's not credited by God or universe, could you call it Dharma?
Okay.
See, Lord Krishna has supported Arjuna because he was on the right side of Dharma. But here not half, I wouldn't say half, majority of the people are going against Dharma and expecting God to protect them. Why? For example, students. Students study and they pray to God or Saraswati Mata, whoever it is, God, please protect me, help me get through the exam. Why are they praying? Because they only studied half.
Right.
They want the other half from God. Study full. God is on your side. So people can talk a lot of things about this, and bring scriptures, bring that. But the real essence is, are you doing Dharma? If you're not, then don't talk about it. That made sense.
Very interesting. So when Yudhishthir used to say that everything we have to do ethically. Dharma ko follow karo, sab kuch karo. But in today's business world, do you think can people succeed by practicing ethical things?
See, ethics at the end of the day, if you go to a certain level of the Western world, ethics is very strong, right? If you really see it, that's why they are succeeding quite very well. See, when you talk about ethics, if you don't do any ethical action, your internal conscience is going to kill you anyways, right? But you're saying, no, for the benefit of the profit, I'll do it. For the benefit of this, I will do it. You can do it, but are you sleeping peacefully? At the end of the day is the question. You're killing a lot of people in the name of whatever you're giving to people, but are you sleeping peacefully? If the answer is no, what ethics you're talking about, right? So any field you see, there is no pure ethics at the end, especially when it comes to India. Everyone have some own way of their personal gain and misusing the society in some way or the other. And are the society really benefiting? It's a question mark. Now you're saying society beneficial. How do you society benefit? Mental health is increasing every other day. Suicides are increasing every other day. Divorce is increasing every other day. Now, where is the, I think people are doing unethical things is because of which all these things are increasing. If people are doing bioethics, why should this increase? Now, for example, our foundation, right? We have a foundation. So we run that foundation. When we get into every step, we are knowing that there's corruption every step which we step. Right? So once we wanted to get some trees, right? It's just a live example for you to really know. So we just discussing with few people. One of the guy comes, tells us, you show the invoice to the to the donors, this much, right? You give us cash, 80, 10 you put and 10 you put in the pocket. Even in non-profit also, there is so much of unethical things going. And when you see all those things, I was like, what do you do? But my thing is, I always tell people, funda is very simple. Whatever you do in this world, you're answerable on the top. Make sure. So we had to pay full price. Where we could have gotten at 80, but we had to pay full price just because why? I know I'm answerable to God when I leave to this world. So you can play around and be unethical how much ever you want in this world. At the end, someone has sent you, you're going to go back to that person.
Right.
Make sure you can say that I did whatever is right. I did whatever is ethical. I did whatever is the benefit of the society. You're in his good books. If you don't, either you or your generation or your further generation will have those impacts in some way or the other. Because see, when you're doing something unethical, there is injustice happening. And when injustice happens, God is going to take the persons of the injustice side. And when he takes their side, you're asking for trouble. And that's when Mahabharata starts.
Right.
So it's your call, whose side you want to be.
Right.
Stay with ethics. God is on your side. Stay with unethics. You're on the other side. When time comes, God is going to hit you anyways.
Okay. So can we say that ethics today has become very idealistic?
See, it's all marketing, right?
Okay.
I'm a very ethical person. Okay, really? So are you, doing everything fair and square? Do you wait? See, now we have, as I said, on the foundation. Our foundation is going very slow because we can't do any unethical practices, right? Or, you can market in ourselves. Now you see so many videos. of foundations saying that we are struggling, we are doing that. They're showing, people with a lot of bad illnesses, videos on that. That is all empathy driven, sympathetic donation pulling in some way or the other. Right? So what I tell people is, you do your great job. When time comes, God will give you. Wait for it. No. Then marketing all. Now, everywhere you see a negative emotion on media, it's affecting your mind. No? There my karma was also becoming wrong.
Right.
If I bring fear into you, if I bring sadness into you, if I bring grudge against you, grudge in your mind, if I bring anger into your mind, my karma gets wrong there only. Right? So if you really look at, when you come in the donation world, when you're coming in the charity world, there is scam everywhere. Now you'll say, prove it. I'll tell you very simple example. First of all, I used to give money to people. Then I came to know that it's all, what do you say, it's a big mafia group which just take his money. More money I give, more beggars are created. So I said, okay, let me stop giving money. After I started giving that, then I came to know, let me give food to people. When I started giving food to people, around 70% people withdraw from that. They want cash itself. Now, if you're giving cash, right, you're doing an unethical thing giving cash, but he goes and drinks alcohol. Who's responsible for drinking his alcohol? So when you do charity also, you should do it in a positive sense. If your money is going to be used for terrorist activities, who's responsible? So if you give money to Ravana, Rama is anyways going to kill you.
Right.
But many people say, no, I'm ethical. I'm doing the right thing. I'm doing charity. But is it going to the right people? If the answer is no, are you on the right side? So I started giving food. Slowly I realized that, okay, food is also fine. But then the most turning point of my stuff was when I went to a religious place, right? There was a lady with a baby sitting underneath a banana selling stall. So I go there. I went to the temple hallway. So this lady was there. I said, okay, fine, mother, lady, banana, good angle, right? So I take a dozen of banana, give it her, you eat the whole day or next day, whatever it is, and work it out. I go there. I know if I leave my sandals there, someone's going to rob it away. So I go back. You can't believe, Manav. The lady was giving back the banana to her. So it's the same banana. It doesn't change. That same banana is being circulated because our emotions are there. Now, is that emotion fair? Is that emotion ethical? Is that emotion on the Dharma side? No. So the world is just doing. Why are you doing? No. Who's benefited? You don't know. Just doing. That's when Ravan negativity comes over and misses your empathy or your whatever. Sympathy, whatever you wanted, why people do the charity, whatever it is just working against you.
Okay. So let's move forward. It was a very different perspective that you gave about ethics that's going around, and it's the right perspective that's going around. And very few people talk about it with so much of truth ki bhai itna sab kuch ho raha hai. So moving forward, the second Pandava, that's Bhim. He is known as the strength, mental strength, physical strength, बहुत है उसमें. तो जब हम आज के टाइम की बात करते हैं, तो when things are not planned, जब चीजें अपने हाथ में नहीं होती है, तब how do you train your mind, your physical strength to be aware and be ready for the situation?
See, now you're getting confused here. Bhim is more physical strength,
okay,
and not mental strength. Right? So that should be very, very clear because he gets very angry fast.
Yeah.
Right? For every other reason, he's the first guy who gets angry.
Right.
So he doesn't have that much of a mental strength if you really look at it. So on the physical strength, see, what I tell people is physical strength is good. But too much of physical strength keeps your wisdom aside, keeps your, because what happens, your ego can step in very fast, thinking that I'm strong.
Right.
I know I'm very powerful.
Right.
I know I can win anyone. So normally people with a lot of physical strength will build up ego. That's why I think Hanuman Swami comes on board, destroys Bhiman's ego because of putting a tail and all that story. I think most of the people know about that story.
Yes.
That's one of the most famous stories. So all strong people, when time comes, ego will step in. Because you think you're the most powerful person. And when you don't credit your strength to God, when you don't credit your whatever physical strength you have to a supreme being of who you believe in, your ego steps in. And when your ego steps in, your mind and the wisdom steps aside. And when the mind steps aside, there are chances for you to lose because you're just going strong. I am. So when you say I, God steps out. When we say us, God comes on board. So most of the reasons you can study from them or being is basically keep the physical strength, but always have surrenderance that the strength is given by the Almighty. And when you do that properly, you'll become the being. And that's the learning experience you want to take if you want to.
So you said about ego, right? So in this world, a lot of us have ego.
Yeah.
I have ego. Everybody at some point, they will have some point of ego. So how to tackle that?
See, to be alive, you need ego.
Okay.
To be alive as a human being, you need to have ego. Because now, see, there's so many levels of egos. But I'll just make it very, very simple. When you are attached to the body, you have a certain level of ego. Right? That's a first simple concept about ego. Don't complicate ego so much. And when you have that thing that this is this body, and you think that everything what this body is capable of is because of my contribution, my hard work, my thing, then you build up the next ego, which is the human level ego. That's what is danger. Okay. How do you manage that? The best way to drop your ego is to be thankful. Okay. Gratitude kills ego. In simple fun, gratitude kills ego. Okay. So be thankful to your teachers, be thankful to your mother, be thankful to your father, be thankful to the good experience and the bad experience which God has given. Be thankful to the people who hurt you, be thankful to the people who love you, be thankful to the people who challenge you, be thankful to the people who ever gives you a problem or irritates you or bothers you. Because they're all helping you to grow to the next level. Where is ego? Ego only comes that, how dare he does this to me? Oh, he did this to me, teach me something. Ego is gone. He did this to me to hurt me. Ego comes up. You think that I can attack him? Ego comes up. You think if he's worthy enough, only then I will attack. And let God support me to attack. Ego is down. So it's all how you see that, am I doing it? Or there's much more bigger things which is supporting me to be what I am. Then the surrenderance will come. Then the gratitude will come. That's why I tell most students, you're sitting in that seat is not because of your hard work. It's your mother's, father's money, sacrifice, time. Their headaches when your baby crying, all that stuff, all that piles up, and every teacher, first, second, third, fourth, that all have passed you through has made you what you are. So don't come with this thing that I am what I am is because of my hard work. That's when the ego steps in. Okay. Made sense? Yes. Okay. I hope I'm not going too deep and making it simple. Because I can go more deeper and deeper, as people ask me the questions. Right?
It's getting very simpler. Yeah. It's the most simplest form that you're trying to tell our audience, and I hope they understand each and everything that you're trying to say. Okay, the ego part is done, but Bhim also had a lot of resilience in him. So in today's time, when there are so many distractions, how to get that resilience in a person, in yourself?
What's your definition of resilience?
Resilience means keep doing without quitting.
Just keep on doing without quitting. Okay, fine. See, if you want to do anything and not quit, you should be very clear, why are you doing? Okay. As the great people say, if you know why are you doing what you're doing, the how and the what becomes easy. If you know why are you doing what you're doing, how and what becomes easy. Most people don't know why. If I tell any of a student, why do you study? Yeah, I'm studying. Everyone is studying, so I'm studying. Mama Papa बोल रहा है तो मैं study कर रहा हूँ. But at the end, why are you studying? नहीं, सब लोग कर रहे हैं तो मैं भी try करता हूँ. So when you don't know the why, कुछ गलत हो तो you'll be demotivated. But same way I tell the students the same way is when you जब आपका मामा पापा आपका सबसे favorite food बना रहा है, आप बनाने से पहले kitchen के अंदर जाके you're going to taste it. True. But mama's making karela, which you don't like, I'm quite sure you will make mama baad mein. Same situation, two different food, your attitude is changing. Right? Why? Because you know the value there, here you don't know the value. But then if you are too diabetic, you will run and eat karela only at the end of the day. Right? When you have too much sugar to nullify that. Normally people say that, karela is good. So what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, if you want to be consistent in what you're doing, or if you want to keep doing what you're focused and what you want to do, most important thing is the why should be strong. If the why is strong, aap kyun kar raha hai? If that is clear, automatically you will be motivated. One of simple siva. Outside your building or your studio, there is a tree. That tree is promised you that if you wake up at 4 a.m. to 4:05, 5 minutes आपको मिलने वाला है. वो 5 minutes you will get 1 lakh rupees every day. I'm sure 3:45 every day you can sit under the tree.
Right.
If it's 1 crore, one whole day you won't sit. You will sit one day before. यार wait करता हूँ, मुझे पता नहीं कभी आने वाला है. 1 crore तो मैं wait ही करने वाला है. But if it's 1 rupee, कौन सुबह सब उठ के जाने वाला है. So if you are saying that whatever needs to be consistent, it depends on the value you give. Whatever value you give, people will do it regardless. Value is not there, they'll find every other reason for not doing it.
Okay. But as you said that it is important to find the why.
Yeah.
तो ये why को कैसे ढूंढे?
How do you find the why? So let's make it more easier. First of all, to know the why, you should know yourself. Now how do you know yourself? The next question would be how to know yourself, and the answer to that is you should know what your strength and weaknesses. हमारा ताकत क्या है and हमारा weakness. Weakness हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं? कमजोरी क्या है? So ताकत और कमजोरी, उसका सही ज्ञान आपको होंगे. Naturally you will know your strength. When you know your strength, you know where this can be utilized. Right? Where this can be utilized, once you know, then the why will become strong. Okay, I have my right hand very strong. Everything what I can do with my right hand, I can do. That's one thing. Second thing to know your why is stop comparing your life with someone else. किसी और से compare मत करो आपकी जिंदगी और आपका ताकत. Because whenever you compare your life with someone else, you will devalue your strength also. Right. Why won't be there. आपका why नहीं होता. किसी और ने किया, उसका why होता आपका. Most people's why are like that only. उसका पास गाड़ी है, मुझे भी गाड़ी चाहिए. उसके पास 2 गाड़ी है, मुझे भी एक और गाड़ी चाहिए. यार आप तो 2 आदमी, आपको एक ही गाड़ी चाहिए. बन उसका 5 लोग हैं, इसलिए 2 गाड़ी चाहिए. नहीं, उसका 2 है, मुझे भी 2 चाहिए. So that's not your why. किसी और का why आप लेकर जा रहा है. So that's सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम ये दुनिया में मैंने देखा कि सब लोग किसी और का जिंदगी जी रहा, अपना जिंदगी तो नहीं जी रहा. So जब तक आप किसी और का जिंदगी जी रहा है, you will never be satisfied in life. Because आपने जी लिया, फिर आप दूसरे को पकड़ के उसका जिंदगी जीना है. So ऐसा लोग भागते and you're totally getting stuck or totally getting demotivated or totally getting lost and totally the why. And फिर भगवान से पूछा ये क्यों हो रहा है जिंदगी में. भगवान बोले किसने बोला भागने के लिए, किसी और के जिंदगी जीने के लिए. So first you understand your strength and weakness. Then और मैं दूसरा बोलता हूँ, only work on your weakness if it is an obstacle to your goal. आपका जो भी I forgot what you say for weakness again. कमजोरी. Okay, जो भी आपका कमजोरी है, you only work on it. जब आप उसका एक obstacle बन जाता है आपका future का, then you work. If it's not obstacle, छोड़ो ना. मानो फॉर एग्जाम्पल यू आर डिसाइडिंग दैट कल से मैं हिंदी करने वाला हूँ. यार इंग्लिश पढ़ने से क्या फायदा? नहीं कोई और इंग्लिश बढ़िया बोल रहा है, मुझे भी सीखना है. यार सीखने से क्या, कुछ नहीं मिलता आपके लिए, तो सीखो. व्हाई आर यू स्टडीइंग? सो इफ यू नेचुरली सी दैट व्हाटएवर वी आर डूइंग, इस करने से मुझे क्या मिलने वाला है, मुझे ग्रोथ मिल रहा है नहीं, एंड यू फोकस ऑन दैट, ऑटोमेटिकली द व्हाई विल बी वेरी क्लियर. मैं ऐसा हूँ, मैं ऐसा होने से तो I can do this. And when you start seeing that, then the value becomes stronger. And when the value becomes stronger and you don't compare, you also become mentally stronger. And then you can take the action. But here everyone जो भी करता है, ये तो ये कर रहा है, इसलिए मुझे ये करना है. खत्म, वैल्यू पूरा ओवर.
बहुत अच्छी चीज बोली आपने कि लोग आजकल बहुत कंपेयर करते हैं एक दूसरे से.
एंटरटेनमेंट चाहिए ना.
हाँ, कि उसके पास ये है, मेरे पास वो नहीं है, एंड वो अपनी ताकत छोड़ के भूल जाते हैं चीजों पे, एंड दे डोंट फोकस ऑन द स्ट्रेंथ्स. सो लेट्स गो टू द नेक्स्ट पार्ट ऑफ दैट्स अर्जुन. उन्होंने ही प्रैक्टिस्ड हिज स्किल्स टू द नेक्स्ट लेवल. मतलब जब उनको फोकस करने बोला था, बहुत अच्छे से फोकस किया था, सबको वो स्टोरी पता है. सो इन टुडेज वर्ल्ड, हाउ शुड वी आइडेंटिफाई आवर ओन स्किल एंड कीप ऑन प्रैक्टिसिंग इट?
See, Arjuna is totally different from all the 5 brothers, right? So you can't zone him to one. He is selected by Lord Krishna himself to do what he's supposed to do. What I tell people is, guys, you can't even come close to Arjuna. We can't be come close. He's like as I said, he's semi-avatar, I would say, right? He's just a part of the big game which is being played, right? See, how to be Arjuna. First of all, it's not about how to be Arjuna. It's about how surrendered are you towards God, right? His power was not the skills which he had. It's the surrenderance to Lord Krishna has made him what he is. Right? If Krishna says jump, he will jump. If it is well also, he will jump. Others can't do that. See, technically speaking, Karna was much powerful then. Karna could beat Arjuna easily. Right? There's no second thought, and everyone knows that.
Right.
But then how still Arjuna won is the question. Right? There is something which he had, which no one anywhere close to any of these people is his surrenderance to God. So when you are surrendered to God, God tends to use you as his instrument. Right? And when God uses him as his instrument, he controls the game after that. You don't control the game. Right? So if you naturally, for example, just think about it. He get married Draupadi, brings Draupadi home. Mother says, share it with all that. He didn't even say anything because he knew it is the will of God is what is actually happening. Because at the end of the day, Mahabharata is important. They were all playing their games to bring so that Krishna can bring the balance and the equilibrium in this world. So he did everything what he's supposed to do. So if a person was surrendered himself to his mother, his brothers, and Lord God himself, what happens? God will pick you out of the group and say, here you go, you be my instrument. You have so surrendered and served everyone who has God within them himself and take it to the next level. I will give you the Gita free. See, Arjuna never asked for Gita. Krishna gave him Gita. See, many people say that I've read the Gita, I've understood the Gita. The day someone says, I've understood Gita is the first step which clearly tells he doesn't know anything about Gita. Because Gita can only be understood if Lord Krishna wills. Right? So, how do we be Arjuna? First and foremost, surrenderance. Surrenderance means everything is happening because of God's will. And anything is happening is something, whatever impact happens into my life is something for me to learn from. If I am ready to learn from the God or from the Guru or whoever it is in some form or the other, I will reach to where they want me to reach. I'm just a mere instrument and nothing more than that. I'm just a toy or a movie being played which God has decided, and then he takes me there. Right? So they already had a choice. Arjuna had a choice to choose Krishna or the Krishna's army, if you know that story about it, right? But he chose Krishna. So when God is on your side, you have nothing to worry. But then, did you surrender? It is the question. Because if the surrenderance is not there, you are not even close or you can't touch him. And surrender is not that easy in this world. Because the test which they give you is just unbelievable.
Right.
See the joke of life. To get Krishna on board, they had to go to the forest, they had to, stay hidden. And then Krishna trained them. And then when they're ready, only the Mahabharata happened.
Yes.
You think Krishna couldn't destroy directly? He could have. But he didn't. But there is a reason behind it. Because their ego should be dropped.
Right.
Main Pandava ho. Okay. 14 or 12 years they have been.
Yeah.
Let me destroy that ego. Let me destroy the ego. Let me work on it. And you'll see every experience, Bhim's experience also comes via that Hanuman coming and destroying his ego. So basically, Lord Krishna knew these are all pure guys with a high ego. Because when they had the high ego is when they lost everything.
Right.
My Pandava, okay, I want the kingdom. They fought with these guys. They played that, gambling game which they played, and everything they are being lost. And when do God come to you? When you're zero. I am no one. All Pandavas were put into no one. Then only Lord Krishna comes in. So that's one of the greatest thing you can learn. Now talking about the skill. He just practiced his skill and tried to be the best one at the end of the day. But the other part, what you got to understand is, even though however best you are, there will be always someone better, which was Karna.
Right.
So, but Karna couldn't get the God grace because of which he lost the battle. But on the other hand, if you really look at it, now the other reason, now just some more, many people ask me why Karna was much more stronger. Now, who's the guru of Karna? I
don't remember.
Okay, Parashurama. Right? Parashurama is avatar of Mahavishnu only.
Yes.
So he was trained by God, if you really look at it. Arjuna was trained by a guru. So technically, you cannot beat Karna because when any war is fought by a disciple, the guru's energy also comes. That is Parashurama himself, which is an avatar of Vishnu. The only way he could be beaten. I think few of the other guys also, Guru is Parashram. I think Bhishma Pita's Guru is also. So all these guys are all backed up by Parashram, who is the avatar himself. Only Krishna had to involve to nullify that.
Right.
So if you really naturally see that, why Karna was not beatable is because he's backed up by the God himself in the form of Guru. On the other hand, he had someone. So Krishna had to step in to bring that equilibrium in some way or the other. Right? Okay, I think I went too much out of the topic which you have talked about, but I'm just telling you the concept, right? Because many people say, why Karna was unbeatable? And what's the reason behind it? It's just you're backed up by God himself as the Guru, which is very, very powerful. Now coming back, so once you surrender, then you have to work on your skills, because that skill is also worked up by God himself, because you have to be his best instrument. And when his best instrument comes, even though your skill is not in par with someone else, he will give you the energy where you live one bow, it will multiply by 2 or 3 or 4. So that's what currently one of the areas where you can learn. But Arjuna, there's so many things you can learn from him, right?
So there's one thing that, as you said, Arjun had Krishna with him who guided him.
Yeah.
So in today's generation, how do we find a right guide for us when there are so many?
See, first of all, no, I'm just, when you're saying about guide, you're getting me into this mentors and the motivation speakers and gurus and all that. My greatest belief is that your life is your greatest guru.
Okay.
Right? Your life is your greatest guru, which means that everyone who's hurt you, everyone who's hit you, everyone who's challenged you is guru.
Okay.
Your mother is your guru, your father is your guru. The person who hates you is your guru. The person who loves you, person who hits you is your guru. Everyone is your guru, teaching you how to be a stronger person and surrender to God. So if you technically look at it, my suggestion is you be a good student, the guru will come to you. Okay. Rather than in going in search of gurus. That's what I believe in. Right? Have your ethics right as you started. Have your values right. Have your God belief right. God will send the guru. Many people are going in search of guru. That's where they get scammed most of the time, because most of the marketing gurus are somewhere marketing to get disciples where they can make more money out of it.
Right.
So if you naturally see that, is I tell people, is instead of going and searching for a mentor, you become so valuable and vibrate in such a way that, whatever he's doing is great, man. I need to support him. Let the guru select you rather than you selecting your guru. Because whenever a disciple goes and selects a guru, he is going after a fantasy. This guru is very strong. I will learn this from him. No, I'll be so valuable. The right guru is going to select me. And then, rather than other thing, I always say, stop using middleman when it comes to God, is my suggestion. Because you can directly go and connect to God. Right? You have your God belief, your family belief, you have your Kul Devtas, you have your Grama Devtas, you have all these Ishta Devtas. So there's many Devtas here. They have written everything in the book and left, no?
Right.
Now many people say, if you go to next level, people say the book is a form of guru. Why human being? That's where manipulation starts. That's where selfishness starts. You have a doubt, read the Gita, 100, 120, 150 times. Gita, Krishna will start talking to you.
Right.
But people can't read 100. They want a guru who will tell you what is Gita. There he can manipulate the same situation. No. He'll say, I know everything about Gita, I will teach you. Go and do the hard work. Go and toil in Gita. The Gita will be given to you. But many people can't do that, because there you need time, hard work, this one. Everyone wants shortcut. Why people are going to guru? They want the shortcut. Jab tak aapko shortcut chahiye, you are searching for this guru. There are so many spiritual, let it be Rama. See, I tell people, every answer to the world can be found in Ramayana or can be found in Mahabharata. Jo bhi ho, you tell me any topic I can bring to Ramayana and to give you the answer. But the point here is that, you know Ramayana for that? Answer is no. जब रामायण के बात होता है, रावण विलन है, सीता माता हीरोइन है, राम हीरो है, and they're trying to play this. You have lost Ramayan's concept completely. But then entertainment, even God is also now entertainment for many people. मैं ये पूजा करता हूँ, मैं ये टेम्पल गया हूँ, उस पर फोटो लेता हूँ और सबको पब्लिक की इफ यू आर जेन्युइनली डिवोटेड टू गॉड, मंदिर में जाओ, प्रार्थना करो, वापस जाओ, उसके साथ फोटो, ये नाउ यू सी आरती लग रहा है, सब लोग का ये मोबाइल ऊपर चढ़ा हुआ है, राइट? वेयर द एनर्जी इज going to the internet. So that's why internet is being strong. Right. See why internet is very strong. Half the God energy is going to the internet only. It's not also going.
Right.
So many people think interest getting very strong है. वह strong ही होने वाला है. Because जब आप मंदिर के साथ ऐसा होना है, आप ये मोबाइल पकड़ रहे हैं, पूरा एनर्जी उसका अंदर जा रहा है. See, what I'm saying is simple logical stuff where if you really see जिंदगी इतना ना आसान होता है, you just have to see it from a different concept that यार इतना सिंपल ही था पहले से, इतना सिंपल ही फ्यूचर में, बट हम कॉम्प्लिकेट करके सोच रहे हैं कि जिंदगी इतना कॉम्प्लिकेटेड क्यों है.
As you said about Ravan, he is celebrated in Sri Lanka. मतलब उनको भगवान माना जाता है, and India में उसको villain माना जाता है. So it's a way you look at it. And रावण को भी शिव भगवान का आशीर्वाद था, सब जाके उनको इतनी पावर मिली थी. तो वो भी थोड़ा कॉन्सेप्ट बताना, थोड़ा डाइवर्ट करते हैं.
What happens here is, for me, from my perspective, this is सब मेरा perspective, others can say wrong or whatever it is, that is their point of view. My understanding is Krishna, or not Krishna, sorry, Rama in the form of Vishnu and Shiva discussed, यार ये दुनिया को हमें कुछ देना है. उस हिसाब से where the people get the values of being a good man, we have to give it via Ram. What do we do? Create Ravan first. Shiva creates Ravan, right? Because Ravan's greatest bhakt. So creates and creates a lot of negativity. Now why Ravan is creating all the negativities? Because these gods have got a lot of ego.
Right.
You will see at the end of the day, it's all a fight between Devas and Asuras. When the Devas ego go up, Asuras are going to hit them and bring it down.
Right.
When these guys' ego go up, Avatar will come and destroy them because Devas don't have the power strength to beat them up because they become so very powerful. So if you naturally see that is, it's all a big game which is already planned, and Ravan was just playing the act. And see the fun part of all of this in Ramayana. Everyone knew that Rama was God, but only he didn't know he was God.
Okay.
Sita Mata knew she's goddess. All the saints knew they are what they are supposed to. Ravan himself knew that Rama was God. But Ravan needs to take his better life, so he had to think. See now, for example, another simple example I'll tell you. Now you're saying Ravan is the bad guy. If you see from my point, Sita was not kidnapped the way it is being told. I'm quite sure Ravan would have requested Sita Mata, that Sita Mata, please. He went in a Bhiksha roop. What does that mean? He went in a begging request mode. He could have gone really hard, but he went in a request mode and requested Sita Mata, see, we want to give Ramayana to these people. I'm one way selected to get this message across. Can you please come to my kingdom so that Rama will get angry that his wife is... Rama doesn't know he's God. Yeah. Everyone else knows. So please, I request you, let me take Sita Mata to you. Stay there for 1 year with me. I know you're highly powerful. I know what you are. So please come and stay with me. Remaining all, I'll play the Maya so that Rama gets triggered up. Yeah. So he will come and attack me because only he can kill me. So please do that. Is what I limitedly understand of what has happened there. Right? So why is he doing all this? Because for us, if Ravan was not there, would you get Ram?
No.
So is he not positive? So if you really look at the whole picture, it is because of Ravan we have Ram. We have all these values. We have the whole Ramayana. Everything is written. We have Hanuman also.
Right.
If Ravan was not there, the most number of temples is Hanuman's temple. All these temples will cease to exist. It is there because of him. If you really see it. But then I heard one of the audios of one of the person, where you kill the Ravan with the bow and they flame it up. That is a new cultural thing which has come. Long time ago, people never used to do that. So what I'm trying to tell you is stop looking who's bad, who's good. Start looking what is there for me to learn. If you look at knowledge, Ravan is the best example. If you look at being a Shiv Bhakt, Ravan is the best example. So learn from him, no? Now you'll say, no, he's negative. If he's negative, then why did Rama say Lakshmana after the not completely killing, after partially killing Ravan, he go underneath Ravan's feet and ask him how to run a kingdom? If Ravan was dumb, completely negative, a bad king, or completely negative, which most people think, why he was sent to do that? So he also has that thing. So when it comes to devotion, when it comes to knowledge, when it comes to astrology, when it comes to, controlling the stars or controlling all that stuff, he's the best person to guide you through. But then once you say that he's negative, that all information is closed for him. And the fun part, once you clean negative, Ram also becomes negative because he is positive, so Raman has been created. So can you understand completely Rama without Ravana? No. Am I making sense or is going on top of it?
No, it's making sense.
So if you naturally see that the whole thing was being played up. Why? Just cure that this Manushya will get Ramayana, for which we can learn something and apply our life in some way or the other. So is Ravan negative?
Okay. So it was an interesting part that you said, a different perspective where people, जहाँ पे रावण को पूरा विलन जैसे देखा जाए, पूरा डिफरेंट पर्सपेक्टिव दिया आपने जो लोग देखते नहीं है. तो अब हम फिर वापस हमारे महाभारत के टॉपिक पे जाते हैं. तो जो अपना नेक्स्ट पांडव है नकुल, उसको बोला जाता है इज वेरी काम, ग्रेसफुल. सो आज के टाइम पे जहाँ पे इतना डेटा ड्रिवन सब कुछ है एंड लोग ह्यूमन कनेक्शन छूट रहे हैं, सो हाउ इम्पोर्टेंट इज ह्यूमन कनेक्शन?
सी, everything is linked to human connection. Okay. Because if the human connection is not there, humanity ceases to exist. But there are few people who you have to be connected, and the few people you should not be over-connected. For example, when you say about connection, see, this you're picking up Nakul's point of view, and I'm saying, right? If I go more deeper into Nakul and what his things are, we might have a different discussion. But I'm just talking it from that. You picked up relation and the strength of how we manage people. Every relationship starts with trust.
Yeah, right.
If you are revolving around trust, there are only 5 people who you have to trust 100%. Which is God, which you believe in, whichever God, universe, different names, different forms, whatever it is. Then you have your mother, father, trust them 100%. Then you have a husband or wife, trust them 100%. Brothers, sisters, and children's terms and conditions apply. Trust until marriage. Shadi ke baad, keep a gap. Only these are the 5 people who you have to do anything which you're supposed to do. Every outsider you can obviously reject. Every outsider you can obviously say no to. Every outsider you can work it out in whatever form, in whichever way you want. So what you got to understand here is that if anyone follows this, automatically the whole world will be positive. It is when you get out of this and trust someone outside, it's when all the issues begin to start. Right? And most people do that. You will see mothers. Whichever mother gets involved in the brother's life after marriage, always it's crying.
Right.
True? True. And still they say brother, brother, brother and go on crying. Itna simple si fact hai na? But people don't understand. Nee, my brother. I am the sister, elder sister. I am responsible for her for some reason or some other reason. So if you naturally see, why? Learn. No? Nee, mujhe nahi seekhna. My brother, my brother, my brother. So when you don't know how to manage your relations, when you don't know when to say no, when you don't know when to pull back, how much ever you know about relationships, you will be doomed with time because you are just overdoing stuff. And when you see what happens is, when you give some relation over, other relations will be reduced. And they will create problem for you. See, any girl or boy, too involved in friends after marriage, the marriage is going to be doomed only. Because it's a natural process. Because why? 2 things can happen. What if your friend is divorced? That is enough. You'll also end up divorced because you have put so much virus in there. That is going to work out. Now you see, most of the divorces, why is it happening? Most of the parents are too involved in marriage. That's why divorce is happening. If they're not too involved, mostly it'll be solved also. But what people do, works around, trying to build up the relation. So what I tell people is, learn to say no. Learn to say yes to the right people. Learn to manage emotions. कभी कभार क्या होता है कि आपका सोच होता है कि that यार मुझे पता है कैसे deal करना है. But maybe not. They have the other intent. See, some people need, like I still have a question. One lady asked me a long time ago कि मैं तो माँ हूँ, मेरा 3 बच्चे हैं. I equally treat them. Then why are one being like this, another one being some other way, another being some other? What I tell ma'am is, one needs a tap, one needs a hug, one needs a compliment. आपको सब एक अब hug दे रहा है, वो अलग ही होने वाला है, क्योंकि एक को love चाहिए, एक को hug चाहिए, एक को एक compliment चाहिए, and when you're not giving जो उसको चाहिए, negativity automatically हो जाता है. Right. So that is the other reason. You think यार सब everyone understands me, everyone is like that. नहीं, एक individual. Now, for example, many people ask me talks and personal questions and whatever it is. Each of my answer now, if you ask me a question, Madhav, and if he asks me a question, my answer will be different for you and different for you because your surroundings are different, his surroundings are different. Everything works on. But what everyone is trying to do, एक टैबलेट दे रहा है सबको, नहीं होता वो. Each relationship have a requirement. Each body, each mind have a requirement. You give that, then relationships are built. You give everyone, मैं ऐसा हूँ, मैं गुस्सा वाला हूँ, मैं अब मैं ना नहीं बोल सकता, मैं वैसा हूँ. यार मार मिलने वाला है आपको, because each person needs something else and each. So once you start giving people जो उसको चाहिए, relationships are built. Simple फंडा.
As you made a point कि नहीं बोलना लोगों ने सीखना चाहिए. तो बहुत सारे लोग होते हैं जो नहीं बोल पाते. And मैं one of them था, like for the longest period of time I was not able to say no. I was like the kind person कि हाँ देखो ये चाहिए ना, आगे जाके मतलब बाहर आउट ऑफ द वे जाके चीज़ें करना, एंड बहुत सफ़र किया उसकी वजह से. बट आफ्टर सर्टेन पॉइंट समझ में आया कि जो लोग अपने उनके लिए करो ओवर द वे जाके, बट जो लोग अपने नहीं है उनके लिए भी मत करो. बट ऐसा भी सिचुएशन हुआ है जो लोग अपने हैं उनके लिए ओवर जाके अपन ने किया है, बट उन्होंने अपने को क्या बोलते हैं पीठ पे छुरा भोंका या अपने को अपना ट्रस्ट तोड़ा. सो एट दिस पॉइंट हाउ डू वी आइडेंटिफाई दैट पीपल?
First of all, I told this 5 people, यार ये 5 लोग ट्रस्ट टूटने, they are not going to break it. खत्म. बाहर क्यों जा रहे हैं? See, बाहर you do for your limited mutual benefit. यार मैं कुछ करके मुझे कुछ बेनिफिट मिलने वाला है, मैं करता हूँ. Don't go and trust a robber. वो तो लूट के जाने वाला ही है. Right? Many people नहीं यार, मैं ना नहीं बोल सकता हूँ. यार जब एक चोर आता है आपकी जिंदगी में, आप ना बोलने वाला है उधर, बट एक दोस्त एक चोर के तरह आपके दिमाग का पीस लेकर जा रहा है, उधर ना नहीं बोल सकता आपको. बट मनी कम्स यू से ना, बट मेंटल पीस गोज, यू आर नॉट सेइंग ना. आई नो मेनी गर्ल्स एंड बॉयज रिलेशनशिप के बाद, ब्रेकअप के बाद, ये डंपिंग होने के बाद, जैसे सर कैन आई स्टिल बिकम फ्रेंड्स. यार उसने आपको लूटा है, फिर भी फ्रेंड्स बनाना है क्योंकि अब यू लव a random guy who doesn't make sense to you. So if you naturally see that, why you can't say no? One is ego, that मुझे सबके सामने अच्छा बनना है. Ego ही वो. I'm going to the first question which you have come into. That is also ego, मुझे सबके सामने अच्छा बनना है. यार बुरा बनो, जो बुरे लोग होता है उसके सामने बुरा बनो. नहीं सबके सामने अच्छा. मम्मा पापा ने बोला सबसे इक्वल देखो. यार एक चोर आ रहा है, उसको इक्वल कैसे देखने वाला है? नहीं मम्मा ने बोले सबका सेवा करो. Yeah, these are all these scammy concepts which youth takes it, just to justify that whatever I'm doing wrong, I can keep doing wrong, just telling that that's the standard which we are living on. That's all stupidity and wasting of time is what I think. Right? I can only tell what the world needs to know. It's their call what action they need to take in the end.
So as you said about dumping, there's one more question off topic, but let's ask it. जैसे dumping बढ़ रहा है, cheating के cases बढ़ रहे हैं, लोगों के affairs बढ़ रहे हैं, so इसके पीछे कुछ reason है कि is it related to God or something spiritually, या ये situation generate हुई है अभी?
See, all these current youth getting into relationship में क्यों जा रहे हैं ये लोग? Simple सी बात, एक gap होता है जिंदगी में. देवदास? Okay. देवदास को क्या हुआ? Devdas went for intercaste or interreligion marriage. What I think is intercaste. Yeah. He went to an intercaste marriage. Parents didn't allow. जिंदगी में गैप हो गया. गैप होने के बाद you have choices. Smoking डालो, या alcohol डालो, या video games डालो, या cricket डालो, या social media डालो, या whatever. This gap बोलने के लिए, that गम बोलने के लिए आपको कुछ तो डालना पड़ता है. या लड़की को डालो, या बॉयफ्रेंड डालो, या बेस्ट फ्रेंड डालो, या बेस्ट फ्रेंड फॉर एवर डालो. यू आर गोइंग टू समथिंग फॉर दिस. तो क्या होता है, मम्मा का अटेंशन नहीं मिला, कोई लड़का मुझे अटेंशन दे रहा है, ओ दिस इज लव. राइट? पापा ने मुझे प्रोटेक्शन नहीं दिया, एक लड़का मुझे प्रोटेक्शन दे रहा है, ओ इट इज लव. मेरा बहन ने मुझे कॉम्प्लीमेंट नहीं किया, एक लड़की मुझे कॉम्प्लीमेंट कर रहा है, ओ इट इज लव. तो वो असली रिलेशनशिप होता है या बस ये गैप फीलिंग होता है? जब तक वो गैप होता है वो टूटने के लिए बहुत आसान भी हो जाता है. क्यों? कोई और अच्छा कॉम्प्लीमेंट वाला लड़का आ गया, विल फॉल फॉर इट. कोई अच्छा लड़का अटेंशन दे रहा है, यू गोइंग टू फॉल फॉर इट. एंड प्लस यू हैव द सेलिब्रिटीज एंड मूवीज एंड ऑल इन्फ्लुएंस यू फर्दर ऑन करके ट्राई करो, हम तो ट्राई कर रहे हैं तो आप भी ट्राई करो. Right. So if you really look at it now, you see long time ago, not my generation, my past generation, all love stories were working time in the movies. Then student college time. Now what 10th grade movies are coming, 10th grade students are trying to flirt with that. Now we have to, yeah, 10 वाले बच्चे लोग ये ऐसा movie देख के they are also going to try. Right, some movies have age rating. अभी कौन किसको age rating देख के अब आप बच्चे को लेकर हाँ सब लोग बोले बड़े हुए सब लोग देकर चलेंगे. So all these negative love, romance, all these things you're putting at a very young age on the children's mind. आप बोल रहे सर prove it. Simple सी बात. First grade student, वो स्कूल जा रहा है, वो स्कूल से वापस आता है, अंकल आटकर क्या पहला क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा है, यार तुम्हारा गर्लफ्रेंड कौन है? हाँ या ना? राइट. कोई गर्लफ्रेंड नहीं है तुम्हारा? फर्स्ट ग्रेड स्टूडेंट, इतना प्योर माइंड है बच्चे का, इतना इनोसेंट माइंड है, उधर डाल रहा है गर्लफ्रेंड के. सी मोस्ट ऑफ द इश्यूज आर पुट वेरी अर्ली इन द एज. पेरेंट्स को पता ही नहीं चलता, अडल्ट्स को पता ही नहीं चल सकता. फॉर एग्जाम्पल गैम्बलिंग, सब वो बोले सब बच्चे एडिक्ट हो रहा है. यार जो भी आप मार्केट में जा रहा है, ये मॉल में जा रहा है, उसका ऊपर जो गेम्स होता है, यू सी मोस्ट हाफ द गेम इज गैम्बलिंग. नहीं उधर खेल रहा, टिकट कलेक्ट करो, टिकट करो, टिकट करो, टिकट से मुझे टॉय मिलता है. यार वो क्या है? गैम्बलिंग ही है. नहीं अभी एंजॉय करो बच्चे, ये मेरे पास पैसा है. यार गैम्बलिंग ऐसा छोटा एज में आप उसका एनर्जी डाल रहा है, फ्यूचर में वो ही होने वाला है. Right? And plus all the marketing is all working to spoil the generation some way or the other, right? So the problem here is not about what you stand by. The problem here is किधर जा रहा है और क्यों जा रहा है, right? And then you see most of the social media stuffs, everything is revolving around attention grabbing. वो नहीं मिल रहा है, broken. That's why I always joke and say, जो लोग को बाहर से लाइक नहीं मिल रहा है, वो सोशल मीडिया जाके लाइक के लिए ट्राई कर रहा है, डांस करके, एक्सपोज करके, एंड यू ट्राइंग टू गेट देम. सो इट्स ऑल अबाउट दैट गैप. दैट गैप यू फिल विद गॉड, गुड. दैट गैप यू फिल विद कैरियर, good. That gap you fill with good strong relationship and time with parents and the 5 people, it's good. So it all depends on your will, how you want to fill the gap.
Okay. So let's get back to our topic again.
Yeah.
So Nakul की जब हम बात करते हैं, when he was in Pandavas, he was very underrated. He was the person who was very calm.
Yeah.
So in today's time, why calmness is becoming so important?
See, calmness will always be underrated. That is the beauty of see, if you're a very calm person, who will give you attention? कोई नहीं देता.
कोई नहीं देगा.
Right? But you're at peace. But then if you start crying, yeah, क्या हुआ? Oh, today I'm depressed. Oh, क्या हुआ? All see, most of this depression वाला concept is just a victim card. जितना आप depression में डेटो, उतना ज्यादा लोग attention दे रहा है. जितना आप sound बनाओ, उतना आपको attention दे रहा है. जितना आप loud होंगे, जितना आप expose करेंगे, जितना आप movement करेंगे, उतना आपको attention मिलने वाला है. Calm people will always be underrated. That is the beauty of life. But calm person will always be connected also with God or universe or that whatever it is at the end of the day. So never ever think that calm person will ever get attention, because they will challenge the guilt within you. If I have a news channel, right, I only give positive news, calmness news. यार इतना guilt आपके अंदर आने वाला है कि यार कैसे हो रहा है ये, right? But then if you see on the other hand, why do people watch news? News क्यों देखे? दुनिया इतना खराब चल रहा है, मैं तो थोड़ा खराब ही कर रहा हूँ, मैं उससे जी जा दूँ. Why fathers watch the news? Because they know they're doing it wrong. But then they see much more wrong. Oh, father is killing the son, man. What? I just hit my son. No, chal jata hai. So people are watching negativity to satisfy the small negativity which they're doing. That guilt has to be removed. So if you really look at it, this calm person will always be underrated, because no one wants calmness. They want a sound. They want distraction. Why? When you are not calm, you need a higher distraction to calm your small distraction. Making sense?
Yes.
So, like for example, why do people watch horror movies? जब horror movie का वो ghost आके आपको एक shock देता है ना, आपका दिमाग pause हो जाता है. Why do people put headphones and listen to loud music? जब loud music आपके कान से जा रहा है, mind will calm down. So what people are doing? Sound, noise, speakers, nasha, or whatever it is. Everything is to calm this mind down. And for that, you need sound with its creator. So that's how it is. Always remember, calm people will never get the fame. But they themselves know that they are great, they are valuable. Let me just do my stuff. In the eyes of God, I'm getting my fame.
Okay.
Making sense?
Yes, making sense. So आगे बढ़ते हैं जब let's connect this. सहदेव जो थे, जो पांचवें पांडव थे. सहदेव जो पांचवें पांडव थे, he is also known as the silent thinker. So आज के टाइम में जैसे हमने calmness की बात की, तो when you're in a room of people who are very loud, how important it is to be silent and observing, जो कि आजकल बहुत कम हो गया.
See, first of all, when you're in a loud music or loud area, get out of it. You can't be silent in a loud place. Or you have to reach in such a level that even in the sounded place you are in calmness. That's why I'm saying real yogis or real spiritual people are not people who are detaching from the world and trying to find God. Are people who are staying within the world and doing greatness and not being distracted by the world are real yogis. Making sense?
Making sense.
So many people are there. मैं family छोड़ के I'm going to find God. मैं ये सब खचरा छोड़ के यार छकड़ा में रह के you're sitting with a smile. ये problem सुन के you are not being affected. ये negativity जिंदगी पूरा चल के you are saying that everything is God. I just have to do my own and work it out. It's true yogis at the end of it. So if you really see, if you see it from that point, is that what is the point you told me about this?
Silent thinker.
Silent thinker. Now, the silent thinker, there's two things. One is you can think. There are many people who are silent thinker and are messing up their mind. It depends on what you're thinking. If you're silently thinking negativity, you're going to kill yourself in the process. Most of the suicides are silent thinkers only.
Right.
No one knows the real reason for why people suicide, because I've talked to many people, suicide issues, harassment issues, all this, wanting the suicide issues also. If you really look at it, their story is something else and the suicide for some other reason. So, make sure you are silently thinking the right things. Then you're good. If you're silently thinking something negative, you're asking for trouble in some way or the other. So, be a silent thinker. But rather than being too much of a silent thinker, you got to go and take your actions also. Many silent thinkers don't take action.
Right.
ज्ञान मिलने के बाद only आप action लेंगे, then you will get the real wisdom. Right? You have knowledge, you take action. Then बस सोच के यार मुझे पता है ये कैसे करना, मुझे पता है ये कैसे करना, या देखता हूँ, या one day I will do. Yeah, that is just waste of the knowledge that you have also.
Right.
That will work against you also in some way. So be sure, be a silent thinker. Make sure you have a silent action also backing it up. Only then growth will come. और बस सोच के कुछ नहीं हो रहा है जिंदगी में.
Okay. So if अगर जब हम पांडवों को देखते हैं, ethics है, strength है, focus है, empathy है, foresight है. So if you have all of these in like team members आपके पास ये सारे, so how would your company transform?
See, first of all, rather than bringing 5 people on board, bring Krishna on board.
Okay.
Making sense?
Yeah.
See, you didn't bring Krishna here. You said that you have the 5 other people where zindagi mein hai, how you are going to grow. Without Krishna, even Pandavas are useless. Right. So the first step what you're going to do before even getting these 5 people on board is Krishna on my side. Once Krishna is on your side, he will bring the 5 people needed as it needed and as when it's needed. That would be a much more better strategy than finding all these people. Now, you have Krishna on board and you have these 5 different kinds of people coming on board. He will also manage them.
Right.
Then you become Arjuna.
Right.
Other one is you're all planning, try. See, for me, I want all my brothers who are sitting here to be Arjuna, where you have surrendered your life, working on your skills, and the remaining result Krishna will give when it's time, when it's the right time. Rather than focusing on, let me have a Bhim, let me have a Yudhishthir, let me have all these people, then I will do greatness. Bring Krishna, Yudhishthir will also change. Bhim will also be changed for the bigger purpose of why Krishna has got into this world. So when you start doing that, when you have Krishna on board, you will be automatically ethical. You will automatically do Dharma.
Right.
And your people will also be forced to do Dharma.
Right.
That is the best way what you can learn from Mahabharata and take it forward from these 5 brothers in some form or other.
Okay. So when we talk about Indian history, Indian mythology, so do you think that...
First of all, it should not be called mythology.
Right.
Right? Because it has happened. Is what I believe. Many people have different stories. It has happened.
Okay.
Then you can't call it mythology, rather call it history.
Okay. Yeah. History. So do you think, Jesse, you have already told that you can relate everything with Ramayana and Mahabharata. Yeah. So in this modern entrepreneurship world where everybody is struggling with a lot of problems, issues, कि भाई मेरे से ये नहीं हो रहा, ये issue आ गया, ये problem आ गया, तो इन लोगों ने इंडियन हिस्ट्री से क्या सीखना चाहिए और कैसे सीखना चाहिए?
See, first of all, what I tell people is, अभी simple सी बात. In Ramayana, stop seeing the whole Ramayana as one. Start seeing Ramayana as one bit by bit. For example, Rama doubted his husband, his wife. So the wife left and went. Full stop.
Okay.
But if you're a king, Rama had to give away his wife. Because if the king didn't do it, other women or other men can do the same thing what Sita did. And then he'll be questioned at the end of the day, where his and Sita Mata's name will go bad. Simple. Now, for example, I'm just giving an example to understand. Don't go boom. Because if you go boom, Sita doubted his wife because he wanted to take the society's section. So because the society's push pressure, he took it, and Sita Mata had to take all these sacrifices. Then she was kept alone. 2 kids came, didn't have a father. That way you go, you're getting confused in my mind.
Right.
You got to filter it out in one section, which means Sita Mata was in the with one of the gurus when the kids were there. That's why there was this 2 powerful kids which came. Now here half the mothers are watching movies and crazy movies when the kid is in the stomach and all those things. No one is religious. Where are you going to have love and kush?
Right.
One scenario I'm giving you the answer. Now another thing. You know Surpakana. If you go after a married man, your nose will get cut.
Right.
Simple. Right? But every other girl is going after married rich man nowadays. Trend is like that. But so what I'm trying to tell you is that you tell me any scene in Ramayana, I'll tell you what is there. But many people don't want to go there because that will hit their ethics and dharma, which they're doing it wrong. Right. So if I tell you, that's simple wala story. But then your brother will come in activation and then the Ramayana will start. So what now, for example, now desire. Best example is Sita Mata's example. If you go, you know the golden deer story? Yeah. If you go after the golden deer and you push your God, mujhe golden deer chahiye, golden. Sita Mata didn't need the golden deer.
But she pushed.
Bigger perspective, the Ramayana has to happen. That she knew.
Yeah.
But for us, what utna tak nahi jao when it comes to this part. So if you are over desire of something, God is going to leave you and go after to get what you want. You will be left all alone. Negativity like Ravana is going to come and take you away from that because God is not there with you. You're going to pray God for 1 year, and when it's the right time come, God will come and save you. So don't go too over desire stuffs because God is going to go for it because it loves you. But then Ravana is also going to come and trash you. Simple. See, don't complicate Ramayana or Mahabharata. Now, for example, now you want Mahabharata. Since you brought Mahabharata example, simple example. If you create Mahabharata, your kingdom will be destroyed. Krishna created Mahabharata, his kingdom was destroyed. So everything is linked in some way or the other. Rather than saying Krishna's God, whatever he did is right. See, when an avatar is born, it tells you what to learn from him and what not to learn from him also. Not only what jo bhi avatar is doing is right. But there is something he's telling. Why it is right is because it's a teaching for us.
Right.
Isliye whatever jo bhi avatar kar raha hai is doing right. Got the point? So what I say, you told today's world is struggling, suffering. A problem is only a problem if you see problem as a problem. That same problem, if you see something life trying to teach you, that same problem becomes a lesson. Hence, problem is no more a problem.
Right.
Because the problem becomes your guru. So is there a problem? No. You don't want to fix it. Then the problem becomes a problem. You see, Manav, I'll tell you another thing. whichever person who you hate keeps repeating in your life. True or false?
True.
Yeah, apna badlo na. If you don't change, the world is not going to change. It's going to keep repeating. You'll be kept in the same lesson again and again and again until you change. And that's the reality of life. So if you want to learn something from Ramayana, if you want to learn something, now what people are doing nowadays, Krishna ने झूठ बोला तो मैं भी झूठ बोलता हूँ. They see everything. मुझे benefit क्या है? Krishna, Rama ने wife को छोड़ा, मैं भी wife को छोड़ देता हूँ. क्योंकि because she's not wrong. She has done something wrong. So scriptures also, यार मुझे क्या benefit है इधर? Okay, मैं वो पकड़ता हूँ और मैं I will justify Krishna that he did it so also. That's why many people, say that, Krishna had so many gopiyas and he was, having Radha Mata. See, Radha Mata, Krishna's relationship in this current world, no one can understand. I can sign and tell you that no one in the world right now existing who's in the human level can ever understand Radha Mata's and Krishna's relationship because it's impossible for them. So many people in my sessions when I do, sir, like sometimes it goes, I rarely get, now you are brought, you told me you'll be non-spiritual, now you got me completely into spiritual, but it's God's plan.
Yeah.
What I believe is I've surrendered my way to God that jo bhi hota hai, have a wider angle. Why my podcast is happening, I don't know. Sabka ek reason hota hai, reason only time will say. As I always joke, pehle Bhagwan climax dikhata hai, fir kahani batata hai, right, in general. So, what I was saying, I forgot where I went to. What did I say last before that?
Bhagwan climax dikhata hai.
No, but so what I'm trying to make you understand is that is everything is planned, everything is working in some way or the other. We just have to go in sync with it. I always tell most of you, यार पूछो जो भगवान आपको देना चाहता है. Not ask what he doesn't want you to give. Because if you ask what he doesn't want to do, Ravana will come. And many people come with the law of attraction, manifestation, affirmation and all that. I was like, जो भी भगवान पर विश्वास करता है, ये सब नहीं होता. Full stop. क्योंकि आप मैनिफेस्ट कर रहे हैं, आपको फेरारी चाहिए. भगवान फेरारी. एक साइड में बोलेंगे आप भगवान रक्षा करो. पर भगवान को पता है फरारी देने के बाद आपका इतना ईगो आने वाला, इतना ड्राइविंग रैश करने वाला, एक्सीडेंट होके आप हॉस्पिटल में बैठने वाला, लेटने वाला है. Will भगवान give you Ferrari? No. You see, this is when you bring God, no, your manifestation, your affirmation. Everyone morning are putting affirmation. यार भगवान का नाम जपो ना. Yeah, whatever, there are so many चालीसा, वो चालीसा पढ़ो ना. What affirmation? I am great, I am best, I am the greatest, I am this one, I am that. यार इतना ego छड़ गया है, बाद में जब वो I am को मार मिलता है, then see, you will see all these great. See, I'm not comparing, I'm just giving a simple example. यार common sense डालो. All these great speakers are either single or divorced or married 2-3 times. You go and investigate. People who talk about all these affirmation wala stuff can't attract a woman or what in their life. They can attract everything else other than woman. So there is something wrong there. You'll see all the rich people, most of the rich people are either single or divorced. You have a look. They have some issues with them. When marriage comes, there is always an issue. How much ever you try to justify. Some are there who are doing it well because obviously they have a God grace and the surrender which is there. But if you're coming with this, I am the best, I am the greatest, and I am all that, every morning I know many people write these books and all that, I am achievable, everything. I always say, do affirmation with God. Then the vibration changes. Jo bhi main hu is because of God. Right. I am great because I have God backing up. That is possible. At least that is better than. But rather than that, God is great. So I am doing what I am doing. God is powerful. So I can do whatever. The problems which I have, my God is much more powerful. That is an affirmation Arjuna would do. But most people, I am great, I am beautiful, I am this, I am happy, I am stay happy, be positive, all that. Life is just going to go, it stands still when the God comes in front of them. Yeah, I or me? That's the question he always asks. What did Krishna tell in Gita? That I am everything. In the good also I am there, in the bad also I am there. So Ravana is also Krishna, no? Right? I am there in everything and I am there in nothing. So this is also being Krishna, no? Right. I am in, here and I am there also. That's why one people, many people say God is everywhere. And I believe in the concept, God is everywhere. One guy came and asked me this question. So is that true or false? Right? Or do we have to believe that way? Simple question. In bathroom, you have God. You say, no, bathroom, how God can be in the bathroom? Then he's not everywhere for you. So many people are talking, Bhagwan sab mein hai. When a poor people come, you will say, hey, don't touch me. If a person says, sab mein andar Bhagwan hai, when a poor person touches you, why you have issues? Usme bhi Bhagwan hai na. That's why always sometimes when people go talking with me, sometimes spiritual people do come, talk to me with their doubts in some form or the other. There they say God is everywhere. I was like, do you see God in shit? Or poo or whatever it is. No, how can God be in the garbage? Yeah, Krishna said he's there everywhere. So when you can't see that God is everywhere concept there itself, but you talk a lot, Bhagwan sab mein hai, Bhagwan sab jagah hai. Then I say, okay, sab jagah hai. You're a Hindu. Is Jesus God? No. How that can happen? Oh, so that means their God is not there for you. See how people are manipulating themselves in the different concepts, different thing, and they're just talking and talking and talking, saying that my God is my God, other gods are not God. How God is there everywhere for you? Right. See, this I'm saying is to make people understand how people are just manipulating the concept. God is also being manipulated now. They say everything is God, everything is there, but when the religion changes, there no God. There my God is my God. I was like, come on, guys. Right. So that's the fun of world. I always say, yaar, sab kuch entertainment ke liye hota hai. So I just see the whole world. I was like, oh man, it's a very beautiful world, playing its own game. And God's Maya is always his Maya. And he plays you around until you get out of his Maya and figure out who really God is.
Okay. So we're at the end of the podcast. One advice that you would like to leave us with that will inspire a lot of us who are watching a podcast.
See, I'm just trying to see which angle I have to go. So since you've kept the topic within that side, see, there are different things and messages which I want to give to the audience. But since you've picked up more related to Mahabharata and all that concepts, I would just say all the answers are there. Provided you go in search of it. If you start going and searching on from other people's perspective, now whatever I told you, what is all new to you? This angle you never saw. Right. Go and read it. You'll have the exact same angle. Because Gita doesn't change. Only the interpretation changes. And people interpret everything based on their personal gain or personal benefit they are doing. Right. But the truth is one. What I am telling the people or the youth is go in search of that truth. It will be given to you. And don't use a middleman to get to the truth. Like many simple example, many people, I always tell, whichever book you believe in, let it be the Bible, let it be Quran, let it be Gita, let it be Ramayana, go read, go deeper and deeper inside. Now, many people say, I don't understand Gita. Yeah, you don't understand, you read. Doesn't mean you understand. Because once a great saint was asked a question that, why do you read Gita every time? Or why do you read this spiritual book? What is it? I know everything. Reading. So the saint told this thing. This coal, no? Charcoal. Charcoal is kept in this hole, which has small holes. It's a hole that. So he told his disciple, go to the river, bring some water and come. When time comes, I will tell you the meaning. So he goes and brings the water and comes. He comes to the saint. He said, go do it again. He goes and takes it again. Like that, around 10 or 20 times he made. And he got really frustrated. Guruji, why are you doing this to me? I am fed up with this. The water is all for, I am completely black. And, now what is the use of all of this? He said, look at the basket. Basket is 100% clean. Look at yourself also. You are also 100% clean. So what does it mean? Even though the basket was black, which you see Gita as, and you yourself, when you pour this, it gets black. Slowly, when the water goes, when the Gita goes, slowly, the bucket will also be clean, which will energize, and that pure water will also come into, and you will also get clean. You don't need to understand the meaning. It's your intention. If the intentions are pure, God will come with one Om Namah Shivaya. If your intention है मुझे power बनाना है, 1000 बार करो, 1000 बार करो, और 1 लाख बोलो. But if you're genuinely interested, if you genuinely surrender to God, एक बार बोला भगवान आ जाता.
Okay. It was a very interesting topic and a very interesting conversation. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Perfect. All thanks to God is what I say. And Manav, you gave me the opportunity. Share. See, now many people will think that what credibility I have to talk all of this. Many people will say, yeah, he's just, this. All I made is things which can be understood by a 5th grade and a 6-year-old. What I want in this world is, guys, simplify life. Life is very, जो भी मैंने महाभारत बोला आपने, simple सी बात. You both picked up 5 brothers, simple सी बात. That's all simple. But what you do? Nee, Arjuna was the skilled person. How can I be Arjuna? How Krishna will only support Arjuna. If you do what is needed to be and surrender yourself, God will take your side when time comes. Cool?
Yeah.
Pleasure.